Hi friends, welcome back. I'm DJ Montague. Today we are going to be talking about a new PvP build slash an old PvP build that I've been going through and practicing a lot on and really finding a lot of headway and enjoying more and more every day I play it. So this is some Paladin stuff. Let's get into it. So, we've got a new Paladin build slash old Paladin build. This was one of the first Paladin builds that was used that was truly successful, but now it kind of faded to the wayside for a little bit, but it's come back to wreak havoc and show people why Paladin is a true support in PvP and can do boatloads of damage. So, with this build, you'll be able to do both and really give your team a lot more ability to move and a lot more room for error. So you'll be able to pick up a lot more of the slack, you'll be a lot more of a support role in that regard, but still be able to dish out some serious damage and do some combos and style on some people. So all in all, it's just a great build to help you totally finesse on a whole team. This is a great build. So first, let's talk about the stats. Now, they're a little bit different than the norm. We go 1000 agility and 249 endurance instead of the subdue here. We also take the 1 crit because who doesn't want that extra infinite chance to crit rather than 0% chance? And plus, you have a lot more shielding than normal. You have 3 skills that give shielding, if not 4 if you choose to take the tripod and wide attack, which I don't. So we're not going to talk about that, but we're going to get into the skill. Just a disclaimer, I am playing on the Russian client for this particular naming pattern. I do play on the Korean client as well, but we will only be talking about the names for the Russian client. The skills will stay the same for the North American and European client, but if you are watching this with North America and European being out, the names are different. The skills are the same, so no worries. Let's start off with Rufeon's Word. Now, Rufeon's Word was something I was sleeping on for a little while. With our normal build of taking a more damage and combo oriented approach, I was just kind of letting this go by the wayside, and some people came into my chat and enlightened me on where I was missing out on a lot of support skill. This skill is insane for both your support and your team support. A 70% damage reduction for 4 seconds is absolutely ridiculous. You will save people from getting full comboed. You will save people from dying inside of an ult. You'll save people from literally everything in the world. It's like having an amazing skill at range, and it's just, oh my god. This skill is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And it gives you a shield. Absolutely nuts. But let's talk about it. So our tripods that we take pretty much every single time are protective barrier for the 10% extra max health shield and affected area, so you get a bigger AoE, so you're not missing your skill shot on your teammates, making sure you're staggering the opponents that are trying to combo them. And blessing, this is where it's huge. 70% damage reduction for 1 second as long as they're in the area, and it will last 1 second after they leave the area, refreshes itself. It's ridiculous. Enough said. Next skill we take, Sword of Justice, always pretty much must take on Paladin. I love Sword of Justice. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's one of our best skills in PvP combat. So we take Outstanding Mobility for the extra step, for better combo ability. We take Critical Threat for the extra chance to crit and blow someone's head off with Holy Energy, which is what we do. It's like healing in reverse. And then Concentrated Energy for your final skill. Makes it a little more narrower, makes the skill shot a little harder to hit, but also does a boatload more damage. So that's pretty much must take as well. Next we have Dagger Lunge. Now this is where our points kind of vary from the skill build that we had before. This is the first skill that we take that isn't a full level 10 skill. We only take this to level 7 or 8 if you want. You have extra points. So we take Outstanding Mobility and we take Amulet. Now, this changes so it's not a knockup anymore, but it is a little bit faster on the actual attack. Your knockup comes out a little bit slower than the normal stagger of Dagger Lunge. So that's the main difference here, is that you have a little more engage potential with this into a regular stagger rather than a knockup, which just changes the way your combos work. it's kind of hard to get used to once you're used to having a knockup on Dagger Lunge, but now that it's just a straight stagger, you can hit a lot of different combos, and you can use it as a poke tool or an engage tool into a guaranteed stagger if you're mindful of what the opponent is doing. Like I said, with the change, be careful with Dagger Lunge. It is not a knockup anymore. So the combo from Dagger Lunge into Hand of Heaven is a little bit different and will take some getting used to, but it changes the way that you can combo straight into Sword of Justice. So this con of not having a knockup anymore turns into a pro because you can engage into guaranteed quick damage, which is pretty strong in PvP. You want to be in and out. You want to be able to peel for your team. You want to be able to move. So I think this change is pretty welcomed for me personally. Once I get on lower and lower ping, I think it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger because you can use it in more ways than just the knockup into pressure relief. Next, we have Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel pretty much stays the same throughout most of the builds. You're taking magic control for the reduction so you don't run out of mana. You're taking Just Cause for the extra damage for your team, or Tenacity if you're a better player. Tenacity is going to be the better of the two options. Just Cause is good, but it's not fantastic. If you're looking to carry a game, sure, Just Cause is fine. But the damage reduction going to 40% for 8 seconds is absolutely insane. Don't underestimate it. It's real strong. So Tenacity is also the other take here. I take Just Cause if I'm looking to just like blow people up. So the last tripod we take is Heavenly Requiem. It is a must take. The increased damage, the increased radius, it's just ridiculous. So must take there. Next skill on our bar is Wide Attack. Wide Attack is probably one of our better skills in PvP. It's our only super armor skill, so really, really strong, and our only knockup super armor as well. So you can use it as an engage tool if you're putting yourself in position with something like a poked Dagger Lunge into a straight Wide Attack. You will put yourself in a position to combo a whole team in certain situations. It's a very, very strong engage tool in my opinion, because it does give you that AoE stagger into a combo. You can combo Hand of Heaven out of it. And then straight into Sword of Justice after that. It's an incredibly strong tool. I think Wide Attack is one of our best skills in PvP. So first tripod we're taking is Forward Attack. I like the movement ability of Wide Attack. I like the movement components on most of my skills because I like to move. I think Paladins are really slow, and I think the movement tripods are pretty much always a must take in PvP. If you're not going to go that direction, you could take the shield component on Wide Attack. I'm not a personal fan of it because like I said, I do really like the movement of Forward Attack. So second one is Liberation of Power, increasing the damage during Warrior of Light, really strong. We don't really use a whole lot of Blessed Aura in PvP. I've noticed that in Korea they do, whereas in Russia they don't. I personally prefer to use Warrior of Light more often because I can guarantee my combos. I'm not relying on my team to do the damage. So it's very much a toss-up in PvP whether you use Warrior of Light or Blessed Aura. But neither here nor there. For this particular build, for my personal playstyle, I use Warrior of Light. So I use Liberation of Power for extra, just blowing people up with Wide Attack. It's really, really strong. Unstable Energy is the last one. Must take knock-up super armor and a knock-up component afterward. It's going to save you in a lot of situations. If you make a mistake on Wide Attack and you need to dodge out, this extra knock-up mechanic is going to help you. Nobody wants to be in that area anymore, so it's really strong. Hand of Heaven. Hand of Heaven is still just an awesome peel tool, awesome damage potential tool, combo ability tool. We take High Voltage for the increased radius, Powerful Lightning for the stun component, Guardian of Light for the extra angel that comes down and slaps people in half and throws them to the side. It's a dope skill. And with the new build of Dagger Lunge being a stagger instead of a knockup, you go straight from Dagger Lunge into Hand of Heaven into Sword of Justice. It combos all those hits guaranteed on a poke tool. It's a fantastic change up of the way the abilities work, I think. The next skill we have is Foresight. Now, this is the first big change up. Harsh Retribution was normally in this particular skill slot for me, but I've changed to Foresight with the frisky legs and long distance component. Now, we don't take ram, we don't put it to full because it's a little bit harder to hit your ram combos with lower ping. Now, if you're on higher ping, ram is strong. You can run through somebody and then turn around, knock them back up into Hand of Heaven. That was something that we were able to do regularly and easily on high ping. The lower your ping, the less easy that combo is to do because you don't get the double hit from ram. It's a whole different thing. But the reason we take Foresight still is the movement component, the stagger immunity, are both really, really sought after for paladins because we don't have a lot of stagger immunity in the first place, and the chase potential. If you're looking to continue an engagement after you hit a combo and you want to make sure you're jockeying for position, Foresight's a great tool. If you're looking to run from a fight, Foresight is going to get you really, really far. It's a great tool. I think it's an all-around great skill, and it's not a bad idea to have just a couple movement skills on your bar in PvP. PvP is really fast, and you really need to be mobile. With a lot of these classes like Blade, like Gunslinger, like Demonic, they can move, and you need to be able to keep up. Last but not least is Shield of Faith. And Shield of Faith, all in all, I think is a must-take in PvP. If you have a shield component and you're not taking it, you're pretty much trolling. So it's like kind of like just give your friends the help they're definitely gonna need, you know? But the only other option in this area is more damage, and you've already got enough. We do enough damage. We're doing good. Paladins are fine. In Tripod 1, we either take Dexterous Hands or Fast Move. Fast Move is good for a short burst of speed for yourself or your team, whereas Dexterous Hands, obviously with higher ping, it's harder to guarantee that you're going to get the shield off before you are knocked into a cooldown without the shield going off. It helps a lot, and for right now, since we don't have an NA EU client, it's more than likely you're going to be on higher ping. So Dexterous Hands is a big help for that. Next one is the guaranteed is enhanced protection every time. Doubling the amount of shield you're giving your team in the middle of a combo saves their lives. Also, with the change in having Rufeon's Word in the build, if you shield someone and then put Rufeon's Word down on them, if they're in like a blaster combo that's gonna do 70% of their health, it won't even break the shield. And you're just basically giving someone a second life. It's an incredible tool to combo with Rufeon's Word, and I just, for this build, it's insane, obviously. Always take Shield of Faith if you are a Paladin in PvP. It's my recommendation. People that don't are kind of trolling because your class, like I said, has a shield component. Why would you not use it? It's good. It's really good. For the last tripod, you can either take Electric Discharge or Miraculous Healing. It's up to you. Miraculous Healing is pretty strong, even though it is 4.8% in PvP, which doesn't seem like a lot, but 5% of your health is quite a bit, because if you can hit somebody with 2 Shields of Faith before they go down, that's 10% of their health. That's nearly 15,000 HP in some situations, around 12,000 HP. That's another hit. That's an extra hit that somebody's living for, and that's pretty important when you're in a PvP situation. The Electric Discharge also does quite a bit of damage, so it's a good take as well. And the last thing we're talking about today is the Awakening. Awakening, we're always taking Luteran Court. It's pretty much the standard of Paladin for most PvE and PvP content. It's insane. You can give 3 people a 40% shield and hit somebody out of a combo at the same time. It's kind of insane to give your team that much shielding in an Awakening ability. So highly recommend you take it, even if it's missed and it only hits your team. Even if you're just using it to relieve some pressure from somebody, that's enough usually. It's a great skill. Highly recommend Luteran Court in PvP. I don't think Luteran's Determination is the strongest skill in PvP anyway, unless you're doing 1v1s. And that's really the only case I would take it, is combo ability in 1v1s. But like I said, this build does change up your combos, so make sure you're going into training mode, make sure you're going to Trissian and trying out your combos on the Scarecrow dummy. You put the dummy to Scarecrow and then you put it to normal and then you hit it, and you can try all your combos like it's a normal person. and it will help you learn your combos in a lot better of a situation, a lot less pressure to perform in these situations. So highly recommend going into training mode, learning this stuff, because like any sort of training mode, it's only going to make you better, and it's only going to make you more knowledgeable about the class. So thank you guys again for hanging out here, checking out the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. And follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJ Montague. I stream 5 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day. So basically my other job, so come in and hang out. It's pretty rad. We have a lot of fun in here. We'll be doing a lot of PvE and PvP going forward, so please check us out. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.